to Humbro Pie. I'm your host, Jimmy D. With me.
Hey, Court's still hanging out.
Heck yeah. Today we've got an amazing matchup here set up for you guys for the Dual Commander Week 8. That means the final. The final week. This is it. This is the leaderboard. Hello, my slices, and welcome to another Deck Tech. Before we get started, I want to remind everybody out there, if you're interested in finding out what these deck lists look like and their entirety, please follow my link down below to my Moxfield account. Like and follow. You can see every single deck tech and every single deck as in its entirety from the day that we recorded the video available there. All decks will have their name along with the pilot or the person who made the deck entirely right here. Thank you, and let's get into this deck tech. Today, we've got Satoru Umezawa. This individual legendary creature is a 2/4 with an important effect called Ninjutsu. This ability allows any unblocked creature, meaning during your combat step, if something were to go unblocked, creatures in hand now have the ability to Ninjutsu to pay that 2 blue and a black cost and immediately bring them into play and immediately get them in for damage. This effect can be quite devastating if you have cards like Blightsteel Colossus or Archon of Cruelty. Several of these cards can actually end the game outright if any creature goes unblocked. The rest of the package is basically made up of your cantrips, your control states, where you're controlling the board state with removal or counter magic, ensuring that there is a clean board for you to get through with one simple attack and quickly end the game with something like Blightsteel Colossus. This is Feldon the Ronin Excavator. This man obviously is mono red, and what does mono red do? It goes brrrr in it. That's what it does best. It takes all the kinds of spells you'd expect in a mono red build to just do the direct damage. Either that or just down with all these creatures. 27 count, using 1 to 2 mana cost creatures. Bigger creatures when they want to get extra value. And this Pyrogloif coming out of nowhere with an amazing effect. Brand new from this Modern Horizons 3 set. We got a lot of new Modern Horizons specialties and special fixes. Great additions to this deck. This thing is already efficient, and it just gets even more efficient with cards like Arena Glory and other amazing cards that we can see in that Modern Horizons set. And it is the most efficient at what it does best. Burn!
And if you like what we're putting down, make sure you jump on the Patreon. We're going to start putting out all of our announcements and everything there first, so you'll get a sneak peek a little bit faster than everybody else on what's going on.
Absolutely. So nice turn 1 play. I like this. Just going with a Monastery Swiss Spear from Dan here. It's a perfect 1-turn clock here. Obviously, I think next turn usually is a commander play, so not going to get the prowess for a couple turns. But
being able to throw out bodies is going to be pretty important.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get him on the back foot rather than letting him just do anything he wants unopposed.
Absolutely. One of the things he does have to be mindful of, too, is making sure that he has an answer to block some of these creatures, because if he has to worry about that Blightsteel in the game out of nowhere, you don't want to give him that turn. So a 2/4, like we said before, notably not going to be able to do much. It looks like he's got a 3/3 Raptor that prevents life gain, a Play with Fire for 2 damage. What's the one on the far right here? I'm missing.
That's Siren Blaze. So on landfall, and notably he's going to need double red for that, which he doesn't have at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be 3 damage to a player and 3 damage to all other creatures.
And he was playing one of those new Fallout cards, 2/1 that creates stoppers, I believe.
I don't think I saw that one.
We'll see it maybe if he puts it up here in just a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see what he runs.
This was just Gataxian Probe. Didn't pay the life. Smart.
Yep.
Smart.
Kind of not an option against red.
Yeah. But basically just gets a free look at his hand. That's it. Mm-hmm. So now he can curtail his turns.
He does cycle through, get another card for doing it.
Mm-hmm. And he gets to play around with what his opponent might be playing, which I like that idea.
Knowledge of the hand is super important.
Mm-hmm.
He's not just like turboing out 3 lightning bolts next turn.
Right.
Good to know.
And CJ here just writing the cards down, not having the cards face up, which is really nice. Mm-hmm. I would like it if I could see it, because it would be great for me. But at the same time, he's playing it like he wants to play in a professional tournament. You don't have the opportunity to play hands up. You've got to write those things down. All right, getting out his first dual land here. The Demir dual land, which is the
old Underground Seas.
Underground Sea, thank you. This is exactly what I need you, bud. Hey, we got a follow. Hey, Atkin, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Yeah. More coming to you. Oh, Demonic Tutor. That's going to turn, gas down. This is a sorcery speed, so he has to play this. What are you getting in this thing?
Well, he either has an answer so that he feels like he'll be able to stabilize okay already, in which case I would assume he's getting the Blightsteel.
Okay.
Or he doesn't have an answer to the current board state, and he's probably going for like a Deluge.
Okay. Yeah, something to board wipe, essentially.
Yeah.
Because now he's in the point where he can actually start using that prowess effect. He's got the open mana. He didn't activate the Mutavault, so clearly he's just. Oh no, we're gonna see no activation of a spell here. I thought a Play with Fire would have been opportune here. Okay, playing with another one of those new tap lands.
Oh, here comes the Raptor.
Yep. This is one of the Planar Nexus. This is another new one from one of the dual decks. I want to say this is the one that allows you to exile from your graveyard to give it power and toughness equal to something from the graveyard. I want to say that's one. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. I know it's one of the dual decks. It just came out here recently.
Let's see what we got going on.
All right, Toxic Deluge. So you read it right, and he's going to have to pay 3 life for this, but gets a complete board wipe, and this Feldon no longer now going to be too expensive. And we noticed he was kind of light on lands when we saw that Gataxian Probe. So he might not actually have the land drops to replay his commander, and it might not even be the angle he wants to go.
Yeah, it's rough, and I still don't think he's got double red, so that Searing Blaze isn't going to be able to knock out any small creatures that get thrown his way at the moment.
Yeah.
But he will be able to block with the Mutavault, potentially. But that also opens it up to removal, and that's potentially just getting LD'd by the Doomblade, which is a bad feeling when you're short on lands.
Right. A good call. I like that searching for a good board state removal. I know that this Daniel's going to be in the tank here wondering, do I start rebuilding? Oh, mountain off the top.
Yep.
It's now able to play that Searing Blaze. Does he go for the creature?
I think it's Feldon. Yeah.
Okay, going for Feldon. Getting the extra 2 damage in.
Yep.
Restabilizing.
Bringing him down to 7. If he can get one more swing in, he can double bolt him and close things out before anything bad happens.
So true.
But we're going to have to see how everything goes, because now he again is lacking landfall for that Searing Blaze for one of those bolts. So he's going to be... Obviously, it's likely he top decks a land the next turn or two, but if he doesn't, then it's essentially a dead card.
Flooded Strand, this is where sometimes those fetches in the set really are painful. Obviously, not a lot of shock lands going to be played in this thing, but...
Yeah, I am almost positive we'll just be seeing a basic island here.
Yeah, I would too. That is one of the
6
benefits.
We are in the danger zone at this point, for sure.
You never, especially against burn, if you can avoid it, try to stay out of the 6 and lower tier, because it's legitimately a turn kill.
Yep. I'm honestly a little surprised that he even cracked the fetch land. I would have assumed he would have just dropped Satur there and just...
And put up a blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, no. Looks like he's... this is the...
one of the Jurassic Park cards.
Jurassic Park, but this is the... what's his name? Tassiger. This is... I think it's Tassiger. It's the one that has the...
Yeah, it's Tassiger.
Yeah, the man with bananas. Yep. Yeah. But this is the Jurassic Park version of him. So, our shirtless man, in all of his glory, 4/5 for 1, because he was able to delve the rest of the cost. He used to cost 6, but he can delve up to 5. Delved all 5, and now he can...
I'm assuming he is planning on doing that for a blocker, and we probably have a counterspell held in hand here, just based off of double blue, triple blue really being up. Could still be a Doomblade or something, but more likely a counterspell. So he's probably going to be looking to block Feldon. I imagine that Daniel will probably be swinging with Feldon and Mutavault this turn.
Oh, he's paying 3 life for that tap land. This is, I think, another one from the Modern Horizon set.
Yeah,
it has a backside. Yeah, because you can pay 3.
The backside is a dude.
I'm actually really loving those cards a lot right now. The extra utility and it's land drop, so you can get your land counts down. Yeah. I'm a huge proponent of lower mana for more action. And maybe it's a wrong choice, but these 40 land decks, I'm like, bro, there's too many lands. I need action. I like having the option. I run 2 of them in my Felia deck.
I play a 7-mana commander. I need my lands.
No, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, when you're paying that big mana cost stuff.
Notably, he has landfall for Searing Blaze here, so that is 3 damage. If he has literally just 1 more point of damage here, depending on what's sitting over there in CJ's hand, he might be able to throw lethal at him. We'll see here in just a minute.
One thing I don't like about this Tasker play is now if he blocks that Feldon, that's 4 damage. That's 4 cards off the top that he gets to pick one from.
Yeah, it's kind of...
It's rough. You're digging 4 deep.
Oh, there's a Flame Slash.
Okay, so going 3, right?
4 damage to target creature, not
Okay.
player.
All right, so it's at 1. So he's saying if you block, it's dying.
Yeah.
Tasker is a 4/5. Notably, that wasn't countered. But we have a play. Oh, Shieldred.
Nope.
All right.
Shieldred's Edict. Yep, so he's going to make him sacrifice the Feldon. Not going to give him any cards to take advantage of.
Yeah.
Might activate the Mutavault here. I guess we'll see.
That's true.
I think I would activate the Mutavault and sack that before I sack Feldon in this case.
You could even tap it for itself to add the mana to it and sack it. It's a really good heads-up pro move. I've seen it quite a bit.
Doesn't look like that's what we're doing here.
No,
maybe.
it does look like he's doing it. He just forgot that you can't tap them. Hopefully, Daniel knows you can tap the Mutavault itself, add the mana, turn it into a creature. Don't waste the mana. Or maybe he's trying to figure it out, rereading it. You can use the Mutavault to activate itself. No. Now I don't know what he's doing.
Let's give it a second.
Okay.
I think we got the Searing Blaze coming in, actually. Yep, so he's going to blaze that, kill him. We'll see if that last island up there is holding up Spell Pierce in some fashion.
No.
Nope. So yeah, so that's dead. So he's going to go down to 3. He's going to activate Feldon.
Mutavault.
He's still got to sack. Is he sacking Feldon? Don't sack Feldon, brother. Sack the Mutavault.
Sack the Mutavault, man. I mean, he is at 1, which is a very dangerous situation. No. Okay. All right. All right. Fair enough.
Well, he will get the 2 in no matter what.
Yep, putting him at 1, so no fetches now. No anything painful. And he
top decking any burn will absolutely murder that minion.
And I gotta say, one thing that blue is really weak against, creature lands. Mana Confluence? Are you kidding me? Is that a Mana Confluence? No, it's Command Tower. No, it's Command Tower. I thought that was a command. Like,
there's so many arts, I'm not always sure.
Dude, I thought that was a Mana Confluence off the top. I was about to lose my mind. I was like, are you serious? That is the worst. Oh, that's Shieldred.
Well, that does give him a chance here if he can stabilize.
But he's got a dot. No, he can't. He's got Play with Fire in hand.
He's going to draw, so he's going to gain here.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Command Tower coming in clutch. Because he knows he's going to play with Fire in hand. So that's 2 damage and a Scry coming in if he allows him to untap.
No, it's 2 life he's gaining.
Well, yeah, he gains. I'm sorry. Yeah. Thank you for the correction. But the Serum Vision's absolute clutch here because we know for a fact he has.
He won't die to like a shock or something, but top deck in the bolt.
Well, he had the Play with Fire in hand when we got to see in the opening hand with the Potassium Probe. So we know for a fact he's got 2 damage in his hand.
Okay.
So, and I think that's what we're going to see. Here's the Play with Fire. Here you go. 2 damage to the face, goes into 1, allows him to scry.
Yeah.
Is the last card a burn spell. And I think what he's... Dude, he can't even force a will. He can't even force a will right now. This is dangerous water. Now, he can force a negation. But that's it. That is the only answer he can have in his board right now that can answer this. Oh, no, Daze. Don't forget Daze exists. I forgot. You blue players, you should have corrected me on that one.
I don't think he's dazing.
All right, so Scry, Daniel's trying to decide. Nope, going to bottom it. I don't know why. Okay, so he did that in his upkeep, so he could fix his draw. So an unknown. Is it a burn spell? It's a land that does ping for 1 damage. It's a tap land with the effect of doing damage. Okay, here's that new that card I was telling you about. That new from the whatchamacallit. But yeah, going wide. Answer me. No, just 3 lands in hand. All right, Feldon taking down game 1. Daniel getting just. I mean, that Shielder is such an impressive in this matchup, but I think
it just came down way too late.
Yeah.
If it had gained him 4 more life like 2 turns ago, it would have been absolutely different, but just a little bit too late.
And that's another one where even the so on my Signfoot and Squee, it kind of was painful because I was trying to find room for children. It's a necessary evil in our format because we do have 2 Feldon players and a couple of Yoshi players. It's kind of important. That 4 or 5 death touch is extremely relevant. On top of that, the ability to gain some life kind of like statically and really take away from the Burn's ability because obviously LifeLink is their nemesis, which is why they play the Raptors and other cards that prevent life gain, Skull Cracks and other things like that.
Yeah, it's definitely super important. The important thing for Shieldred, though, is that it's that ability tacked onto an efficient creature. like, you have to have the life gain,
Yes.
but the card still has to do something on its own. You can't just go there and play, like, feed this one, not, what is it, the, feed the clan or something, the green card for one that's, like, gain 8 life.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just do that because it's dead on its own. The only matchup it matters in would be the Feldon one.
Right.
Like, it's not really going to do anything against anyone else. Like, it'll delay maybe a turn, like a pseudo fog, but then, like, they're just going to keep going. But it's helpful against mono red because 8 life buys you, like, 3 turns.
At least.
Yeah, like, not. You just negated, like, 3 life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, over half of their starting game.
Right. And now, being able to be on the play, maybe he'll get, if he's lucky enough to get it, it's a large deck to see a one of, but maybe he'll get lucky enough to get that shielded, recognize its value in here, and get that life gain. So,
yep, I would assume he was probably going to look for it if he gets the chance.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping to see Satur come down a little bit faster and get turning sideways.
Yeah.
Because I really want to see him Lightsteel swing.
Dude, it literally, this commander could kill you out of nowhere. But it just, Feldon kept him on the back foot the whole time.
Yep.
So it's really difficult against these aggressive decks. Like, and we didn't see any of the turn 1 plays. We didn't see any of the non-blockable stuff. So we didn't really see him establish a board state here.
Yep.
But I think he did well answering the board state. Unfortunately, Toxic Deluge is kind of an asset to black decks because you have to pay life.
Well, the nice thing is, it will guarantee you a board wipe.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, because of the way the colored pie works, that guarantee not being a whiteboard wipe, which is the standard, like, typically white's going to get the board wipes. It doesn't have the best targeted removal. That usually belongs to black, usually also red, because they get just bird that they can throw wherever they want.
So true.
But the problem there is, usually when you get something that's a little outside of the colored pie, they tag some kind of a condition on it. So in this case, you got to pay some life for it.
Yeah. So we got ourselves going to be in the play. It looks like CJ's liking his hand, and while I think Daniel's in the tank thinking about it, no, they're both like their 7s. I like it. Wait for a nice little ponder while he's thinking. Oh, he's just passing. Nice guy, just passing over, trying to speed things up.
Nothing wrong with ponder start, but shuffling. Unfortunate.
Didn't like any of those cards. Okay, so probably looking for a land drop. What do you think?
Hard to say. Without seeing the opener, it's a little hard to say. Yeah. I think he had some lands in what he was ripping, so if it was a land drop,
maybe it was too many lands, or
yeah. Again, without seeing the opening 7, hard to say.
Yeah.
He might be looking for just an efficient enough answer to not have to worry about dealing with Feldon on turn 2. But
this is gonna be a goblin guy. No, Valdarn Epicure. I like this one here. It does 1 damage, gives him a blood token. This is a great 2 for 1 for 1. It does. The standard is really throwing, like, some of these new sets are really throwing a lot for commander players, but also just a lot 2 for 1s for cheap mana. Commander Who Faces All, love that card. Just does so much for 1 red mana, and just absolutely gross. And this thing was what helped the Boros heroic decks and Pioneer and in standard, and just we're seeing some serious power creep. It used to be a 1/1 was vanilla 2/2, and that was the most busted thing in life.
Like, Elite Vanguard is a 1 mana 2/1, and that used to be a playable card.
Right?
Now it'd be like, that's all it does? Get that out of here.
Get it out of here. Is this a Brainstorm? That's too hard for a Brainstorm. Yeah. Of course, because they need 17 arts for Brainstorm. No, that's definitely not Brainstorm. Can't be. He put some on the bottom. What is that?
Not sure. Not sure what that is either.
That is a ginger brute. I just put up a ginger brute.
Well, it is an
unblockable to hasty, but most of his stuff has haste notably, so that's not going to be that great against that. But a really good card against other decks.
That means we might be seeing a turn 3 Satur in order for a turn 4. Little pop there.
Let's see. All right. I like this play. Getting on this leader here, so we've got 3 damage coming through, and this is the time where you test. You test to see how much do you value that ginger brew. Is it enough to save a life? And yep, CJ just says, nope, I value this thing because this is going to be my enabler that gets me through to play off what could potentially be a game-ending swing if he can get to 4 mana. All right. And, of course, has a creature in hand that's actually worth swinging into. So, back to him. Is this the turn? I think I legitimately get my commander out. Get the commander out, bro.
I just want to see a Blightsteel Colossus one-shot somebody. Come on.
Come on, get it out. These are the only turns you can really afford to take some early damage, because after you get underneath 10, every turn is almost a game ender.
Being on the lower half of your life total is definitely considered the danger zone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did he just... is he just passing?
There's no way. Come on. He hasn't checked. Yeah. He's doing the shaka shaka.
Okay,
here we go. Yeah. Commander on play.
Show me the wombo. I need this.
Come on. This could be our turn 3 kill, or turn 4 kill. Sorry. Gotta get the land. But could be, because Saturn does cost 4 for ninjutsu.
Yep.
But if...
Oh, no, I think it is 3.
It's 4.
Was it 4?
2 in Demir. So, 2 in blue-black. Alright. Random up ruins. Let's see what he does here. I'm just demonstrating the shaka shaka. A lot of our players do the shaka shaka. It's something I learned that the Japanese player, that's what they call it. Can you stop doing the shaka shaka? Because it's disrespectful in their culture. But people in America like the shaka shaka. I'm going to do some ASMR on my Patreon. Shaka shaka ASMR. For the 3 people that actually like that. Oh, see, we're seeing an answer. Ghost Flame.
That Ghost Flame slash. Yeah.
Yep. 4 damage.
Because it's multicolor and it only costs 1. Because it's multicolor.
Color. Such a shame. Well, we won't see a game ender, but game is not over yet.
Yeah.
If he didn't have the Ghost Flame, it would have been a turn where he might have had to leave blockers back. Obviously, Feldon can't block, but then he has to worry about Feldon dying to the Saturn, because I think I'd block for that, would you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a 2-4. I mean, if you absorb a Feldon swing and a bolt...
Yeah, that's actually, 5 damage that you're taking off the board for your commander.
Yeah, like, that's worth it.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to see a block from the Gingerbread. He's thinking. He's using his magician hands, wishing this would give me more life. This is, give me more life, please. I need some more life because I don't like this. Random Up Ruin's going to take a point of damage to play the red, so we got ourselves Skewer the Critics.
Yep.
Or light up the stage. So this one, if he attacked, he can pay it for 1. And
if he dealt damage.
Yeah, dealt damage. So he gets to reveal the top 2 off his library and play them until his next turn. 2 what looks like burn spells. He's covering them up here. I love the artworks he's doing this.
Is that a Seal of Fire, I think?
It looks like a Seal of Fire and something else. Wow, we'll have to look at this. This is one of the Lord of the Rings burns cards on the left here.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be 1 mana, 2 damage.
Yeah.
So probably shoot the
ginger. No, the gingerbird's not even putting any pressure on his life points. It's a non-bow at this point.
Yeah, but there's no reason not to get it out of the way and just swing through for more damage.
It's true. But
obviously not this turn because he's got no red mana.
Yeah. Nothing to play. I think he was probably digging for a land card too, because I think he definitely did miss his. Did he? I think he missed. Yeah, he misses land.
Yeah, he does not have a 4th land.
Mm-hmm.
But he also doesn't necessarily need a 4th land unless Feldon gets answered here.
Right.
Which, it's likely there will be some answer, but...
So, is this going to be a Baleful Strix? Nope. Okay. Oh, this is a good card. Gain 2, get to dig 2 deep, discard 2.
Not gain 2.
It doesn't gain 2? This isn't the gain 2?
Nope, so this is the blue-black one. So this is draw 2, and then if you have 4 or 5 card types in the yard, you don't have to discard, otherwise you discard one of them.
Okay. Alright, so discard and Takanuma.
Yeah.
Clearly got enough lands.
Yeah, the one you're thinking about is Faithful Mending.
Yeah, that's right.
2 I can do that, and it has flashback, so it's really handy.
So, is paying 2 life for a Gataxian Probe? That is
That's
such a risk. That is such a risk. Lightning Bolt. Commander who faces all.
There's a bolt. There's a Wild Slash.
Yo, he's under the. That's Slickshot Show Off.
Yep.
Dude, if you don't have a Fatal Push, you are done. You are done. Clearly, he was digging for a land because he was going to Slickshot Show Off end this game.
Yep.
If you don't answer this thing, it's over. This is just too much.
Yep, it's looking pretty bad.
That's 6 damage and spells alone in hand, not to count the ones he has out for.
Yeah, it's looking like this one's a rat for Daniel, more than likely.
CJ. Or wrap. Because
no, I'm saying for Daniel.
Daniel's going to wrap it up.
Yeah, he's about to just shoot this man in the face with a lightning bolt.
He's so confident in what his cards do, he's playing upside down.
Oh, no. Mystic Sync.
Oh.
This is not where you want to be seeing an ETB tap land.
No. I hope that black has a fatal push. I hope he has a fatal push. He needs it because this slick shot show off is going to end the game. Oh, he's tapping out. Okay.
That is, yeah, that's not good.
That's, dude, it's got flying.
If he top decks a land, it is going to be, yeah, and he's going to tap the blood token.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Kameno was a card? Yeah, because it's only 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a good card, though.
Yeah, but the land is so much more valuable here. It's absolutely worth the dig.
Right. This could be the end swing. That slick shot show off is just such a powerful card here.
It does quite a bit of work. Watching that thing go off the handle and moderate has been wild. They have like a turn 2 potential kill.
This thing used to be $25. Thankfully, because of the
there's
the land.
Yep, this is that is probably going to be all she wrote.
Yeah, because he's tapped out. We go flying. We do two bits of damage. Lightning bolt /5. 5.
So we don't know.
No, it's game.
He might have a Force of Will. We don't know yet. So we'll see here. If he Force of Wills the slick shot,
okay,
he's not dead.
He's not dead. If he does that, you're right. But if he goes out, slick shot show off. Yep, here we go. If he plays the play with fire and the lightning bolt, not play with fire, the slash, the wild slash, that's lethal. Or one of these other burn spells I wasn't even thinking about, because of course he could play these this return.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So if he does, I think this one does 2 damage. The lightning bolt do an additional 3. Let's see if we can read this one real quick. It does 2 damage. Yep. Okay. Interesting choice. Does it have to be to a creature?
I believe.
2 target. Okay.
That's all right, because that one is getting 2 on the slick shot and guaranteeing another 2 gets through.
Yes.
So he's still netting damage by doing that.
Giving him the... Okay. I like this, because if it gives him the 1 ring, this is now unblockable to anything higher than it. So it's a guaranteed 2 damage in from the Feldon. He's got a 2 pump right now from... So this is a 3/2... it's just going to play from his hand here. No, doesn't even need to use the lightning bolt here.
Yeah, so he can save the lightning bolt for next turn. He's playing that Seal of Fire, because he can cast that, get the trigger, and then still shoot for 2.
Yep. So now we got 5/2 in the air, unblockable Feldon. That's 7 damage.
Yep. And then with Seal of Fire and lightning bolt, he'll have lethal.
Yep. Going to 4.
Yep.
The enchantment says go. Like, he literally just, what do you do in this situation? You die in the upkeep. Like, hope for Shieldred and
Shieldred don't do much here at this point.
No, it doesn't. It's just,
it's,
oh god, you need to answer the slick shot. Well, you got to answer the Feldon, and then you get. There's so much of this board.
Yep. There ain't a whole lot to be done here at this point. It's looking pretty bad.
That hand I've seen a lot from CJ when you're putting it face down and you're just trying to think, like, it's nearly a mental concession.
Yeah, there's a concession.
It is a mental concession. There you go. Concede it. Oh, and he did have the lifesteal for the aim game. He just couldn't
quite get there.
Couldn't quite get there.
Yep. He didn't throw out quite enough bodies.
Yep.
And not to mention, this also would have been a different game without that Ghost Fire Slash.
Right.
Because if he had to burn 2 burn spells on the Satoru in the first place,
exactly,
he would have been just short of lethal, I think.
Yep.
Because he would have had another blocker that turn. Well, no, he wouldn't have had another blocker that turn. But actually, he might have, because he would have been down tempo. He wouldn't have had the mana for some other stuff.
But he could have got the Feldon out the play, so the Feldon couldn't swing in, and it just
could have been different.
Much different, and it's just, oh gosh, this is how impressive the red can be, and this is why when you're playing this local meta, I mean, you got a Traxa, that lifelinker that gets you back, but
yeah, like as long as I can get things moving like a little faster than turn 7, I'm usually okay-ish. I play enough stuff that can delay things. I play enough answers to things that are like some of the enchantment permanents and deals like that they have. The what's the one thing that says players can't gain life? Sulfuric Vortex. Like that's a thing they're looking for against me constantly, because if I do get a Traxa, but they have that, I just can't gain the life off the swing, and it keeps me in that danger zone.